Hello students, my name is Gopinath. So today I am going to present a small demo on the topic quadratic equations. So let's see what is an quadratic equation. An equation where highest power of the variable is 2, that equation is called as a quadratic equation, guys. An equation where the highest power of variable is 2, that equation is called as a quadratic equation. Just like when the highest power of variable is 1, we call it as linear equation. And when the highest power of the variable is 3, we call it as cubic. Similarly, when an equation containing highest power of variable as 2 will be called as an quadratic equation. Yes. Now let's see what is the standard form. So here the standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a is not equals to 0, students. Here a, b and c, all of these three, they belong to any real number. Okay, like for example, I can write some examples here to make it more simple. We can write it as 3x squared plus 4x plus 7 equals to 0. So this is an quadratic equation. Here the value of a, if we compare it with the standard form, we will get a as 3, b as 4 and c as 7. Okay, so how to recognize whether it is a quadratic equation or not? Very simple. The highest power of the variable x or any variable should be 2. Okay, and in order to find the value of a, b and c, we have to just compare the equation with the standard form. Suppose, let's take one more example. Suppose the example is 4x squared minus 1 equals to 0. So if I ask you guys, what is the value of a, b, c over here? So if I compare this with the standard form, that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, I'll get a is equals to 4, b equals to 0 and c equals to minus 1. So I hope it's very much clear, the standard form. So keep this in your mind. The standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now let's move to the next one, that is root of the quadratic equations. Guys, roots means nothing but the solution, the answer. We call it as root. So a quadratic equation, guys, can have at most 2 roots. Very important point. A quadratic equation can have at most 2 roots. A linear equation can have at most 1 root. Similarly, a cubic equation can have at most 3 roots. Therefore, a quadratic equation which has highest power 2 will have at most 2 roots. At most over here means it can have 2 or less than 2 roots. Okay, so let us see the nature of the roots of quadratic equation. In order to study the nature of the roots of quadratic equation, there's a very simple method. See, if we try to find b squared minus 4ac, we will very easily we can find ABC by comparing the equation with the standard form, and after comparing it we have to find the value for b squared minus 4ac, guys. So if this b squared minus 4ac is more than 0, that it is positive, then the quadratic equation, the given quadratic equation will have 2 distinct roots. It will have, I'll write here, it will have 2 distinct roots. Is that clear, guys? So by finding b squared minus 4ac, we can easily determine whether the quadratic equation can have how many roots. So if b squared minus 4ac is more than 0, it will have 2 distinct roots. And if b squared minus 4ac is equals to 0, in such case, the given quadratic equation has equal roots, that is real and equal roots. Real and equal root means it will have only one solution here and both will be equal. Okay, and the last one, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that is, if it is negative, then the given quadratic equation will have no real roots. Clear? So that is very simple, guys, very easy to understand. In order to find whether given quadratic equation has how many roots, whether it has 2 roots or 1 roots or no roots, we just have to find out the value for b square minus 4ac. Clear? Now let's take one example and let us see how many roots the given quadratic equation has. Okay, so I'll write the example here, guys. Suppose I'll write the first example, that is x square plus 4x plus 4 equals to 0. Suppose this is the quadratic equation, and if I tell you, dear students, tell me how many roots or how many solutions or how many answers does this quadratic equation has. So it's very easy. Like what you have to do is, you have to first compare it with standard form. Compare with standard form. What is the standard form? Yes, it is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So I'll get a as equals to 1, b as equals to 4 and c as equals to 4. So what I'll do is, I'll try to find b squared minus 4ac, that is 4 squared minus 4 into 1 into 4. So I'll get 16 minus 4 1s are 4 and 4 4s are 16. So I'm getting the answer here as 0. So if the answer here is equal to 0, so I can write given quadratic equation has only one root, that it has equal root, that is only one root. Clear, guys? Let us take one last example, that is the second one. Suppose if I say x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So here, if I compare this with the standard form, that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, I'll get a as 1, b as 5 and c as 6. So now b squared minus 4ac, that is 5 squared minus 4 into 1 into 6. So here it would be 5 square is 25 minus 4 6 is 24. So here I am getting the answer as 1, that is positive. So here b square minus 4ac is positive. Therefore, guys, we can conclude that given quadratic equation has two distinct roots, that is two different roots it will have. Clear? Thank you so much, guys.